Hello everyone, I am Tara the Fox, and let's play It Moves. A nice little short horror game, really more on the atmospheric side than the typical jump scares that I find so dumb and cliche. But anyway, what can I really say about this? Well, you'll have to find out when we play it, which is right now. So let us begin the story of It Moves. And what is moving? Who is moving? Why is it moving? We'll get the answers in due time. Bedtime. Bedtime is supposed to be a happy event for a tired child. For me, it was terrifying. While some children might not complain about being put to bed before they have finished watching a film or playing their favorite video game, when I was a child, nighttime was something to truly fear. Somewhere in the back of my mind, it still is. This is me. Yes, and indeed, this is us. We don't have a name, unfortunately, so we're always identified as you or me. Anyway, let's look around. It's a wolf. It's a bunk bed. I sleep in the top. Teehee. Mr. Teddy! Aw, Mr. Teddy. He'll save me at night, right? Right? I thought that's what stuffed animals were supposed to do. Full of toys and stuff. Poster from a movie I got it from my brother. Aw, our bro's swell. And a table. I cannot prove that what happened to me was objectively real, but I can swear that what I experienced was genuine horror. A fear which in my life, I'm glad to say, has never been equaled. I will relate it to you. All now as best as I can. Make of it what you will, but I'll be glad to just get it off my chest. Alright, so looks like we're in a tiny little apartment or tiny little house. Either or. This is my brother's room. He told me yesterday to keep out of the room that we both had shared. Until then. It's locked. Stupid bro. Oh man. This stupid brother of ours he wants the privacy. We just don't want to have him privacy. No privacy for him. No. No. Just not allowed. A picture of some mountains. Flowers. Mom put these here. Alright. Shoes. Not very interesting. I don't know. They're pretty good on your feet, so whatever. Anyway, there's this guy. Who is he? This is my father. Alright, fair enough. A picture of a man standing around. I think it's Dad when he was younger. Ah, okay. I can't remember exactly when it started, but my apprehension towards falling asleep seemed to correspond with my being moved into a room of my own. And there's Mom, but we're gonna look around for a second. Ventilation. I think Mom said this is. I think you're trying to say this is what Mom said it was, or something along the lines. A man with a mustache. Just a bunch of clothes in here. Mom told me not to touch her stuff, especially this stuff. Ooh. Is that where all the condoms and the sex toys are at? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nothing too interesting. Alright, Mommy. How are you? This is my mother. How do you like your new room? Soon you'll be sleeping alone for the first time. Yeah, it's something. I was 8 years old at the time, and until then I had shared a room quite happily with my older brother. As is perfectly understandable for a boy 5 years my senior, my brother eventually wished for a room of his own, and as a result, I was given the room at the back of the house. As my brother was given a new bed, I was given the bunk beds which we used to share. While I was upset about sleeping on my own, I was excited at the thought of being able to sleep in the top bunk, which seemed far more adventurous to me. Here's our dad. Don't go pulling out too much stuff now. It's bedtime soon. Yeah, I can agree with that. Still locked. That stupid brother of ours. We don't want him to have privacy. It's just rude. Freaking siblings asking for privacy. Just so freaking rude. Oh, hello, Mom. Alright, it's bedtime. Already? Yes, adults need their sleep, you see. You'll be sleeping alone for the first time. Are you excited? Yeah, Mom. It could be fun in its own way. Alright, I'm turning off the lights. Good night. Good night. Ah, a bedroom of our own. So technically that was just a prologue. And we start on chapter 1, the cave. Or at least just cave. And we can save it, which I shall leave right there. Alright, we are somehow outside. How or why? Your guess is as good as mine. And there's this good job. Words. Not my thing, for some reason. But anyway, this is some goblin of some sort? I have no fucking idea. Your guess is as good as mine. And look! A dragonfly! Just buzzing along. Fly away, dragonfly! Fly away! A small water hole. The water is dirty. Probably not a good idea to drink it. Alright, fair enough. And what the fuck is that thing? What the fuck is that thing? Viewer, tell me what the fuck that thing is. It looks like it's slowly seeing its own brain decaying. That's what it looks like it's doing. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, that's spooky. There's a nice little skull right here opening its mouth like, haha, you just came in my mouth, fool. Does that mean we just been vomited? Ugh. Gross. A pot and some ragged cloth. I wonder what's cooking. Hey, good looking. What's cooking? Can't interact with these photos, but... Stalking is such a strong word. I prefer to think of it more as intense research on one individual. By the way, your missing sock is under your bed. With me. Just kidding. Mom, Dad, please help me. There's a pedophile right here. It's disgusting and it's disturbing. Go on. I really don't want to go down here. Why? I mean, the pedophile might get me. What the fuck is wrong with this asshole? Fucking pedophile fuck. Cold, unwelcoming breeze comes from the bottom of the stairs. Go down or stay here? Well, if we stay here, nothing happens, so... Go down we go. Oh, did I push the wrong button? I did. Silly me. Ooh, what's that? Weird mushroom. Looks poisonous. Alright. Your character just reacted towards something. Still poisonous mushrooms. Hey, get down. A purple mushroom. Definitely poisonous. Yeah. But what was that? What was that? I didn't get a good look at it. What was that? Ooh, what is this? There's the red liquid seeping out from the mushroom hat. Oh. Alright, fair enough. Go down here. And there's nothing. Wasting everybody's time. What the fuck is that? You, sir, get back here. I need to stare at your face for a little bit. Oh, sigh. And as you can see, there's a puzzle right here to be solved, because these pillars are not getting out of our way, and we need to go through. And as you can clearly see, there are these stones right here. So all you need to do is just hit this one, this one, this one, that one, and the very first one. Simple enough. Having a hard time with controls for a second there. What the hell? A lot of creepy noises, and they all don't know when to shut the fuck up. Sir Q, please stop running away. I want to examine your face and ask what the fuck is wrong with it. Oh, these monsters. So inconsiderate. Alright, I am walking. I cannot run. Great. Fabulous, I like walking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Your face! Oh, dude, your face is disgusting! What did you do with it? Ah! Oh, dude, I regret seeing your face now. It was disgusting. You had every right to not let me see it. Mom! I had a bad dream! Mom? Run away. Run away. Mom, help me. How about Bug Dad? Dad? Dad. Zzz. Zzz. Alright, fuck you, Dad. Mom! I had a bad dream! Mom wakes up and looks at us. Sweetie, what's wrong? I had a bad dream! Aw, that's too bad, sweetie. I'll be up in a minute and we can eat breakfast together. Alright, but hurry up! Go change your clothes and I'll be right there. Just give me 5 more seconds, you little brat. As we hustle to our room and quickly get changed. And so another day started. It was a day of little importance to our story. I won't bother you with details. The one thing I remember is that even though I played with friends like I always did, I somehow still felt lonely. I didn't enter my new room until later that night. It was time to go to sleep again. Oh no, don't give me that question mark. Get me out of here. Mommy told me to go straight to bed. Well, shit. Alright. What next? Toss and turn and deny sleep. No! Oh, damn it. Fell asleep anyway. Chapter 2. Labyrinth. Ah, my favorite fucking level. I fucking hate this level. Oh, you'll see why, viewer. You'll see why. Oh. Shouldn't have clicked that. Should have explained. All these doors are shut, and you can't open them until you've activated all the lights. Very first one is the smiley face right here. He's so happy to see you. Next one is this somewhat happy face. Like, it's a pleasant grin, you know. Well, not grin, but a pleasant smile, nonetheless. Third light is this not so happy face. And finally, the last one, the extremely unhappy face. Alright, let's see if I can handle this. This usually kind of freaks me out a little bit. Just a little, not too much, but, you know, just Rubs me the wrong way, you know, viewer? Some kind of machinery. A wanted poster. Oh, that's enjoyable to see. Ventilation, maybe. The air is still stuffy, though. Oh, no. There it is. A poster from some concert. It looks old. Oh, I don't want to do this, viewer. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't. Viewer, I don't really want to do it. That's nothing, apparently. Unfortunately, I have no choice. Let's see. Nothing of interest, I think. Ah, fuck. Alright. Here's where it gets really creepy. So creepy that I hate this freaking chapter. Like, this is the chapter that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Alright. Yeah. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? There's a fucking face on the fucking screen. And it is staring into your fucking soul. It is fucking creepy, dude. I swear to God, viewer, it's creepy as fuck. Like, on the level of creepiness. This is like one of those dudes who looks at you at a bar and just stares at you the whole fucking entire time, and you're wondering, what the fuck, dude? Get away from me. But he still keeps staring at you nonetheless. So you ask Jesse, your best friend, hey Jesse, can we go? There's like this asshole staring at you the whole entire time. But Jesse's like, no, I want to get laid by stupid James, because she's a stupid slut. And then you're just screaming to Jesse, just like, Jesse, please, let us go. I want to get out of here. This guy's really creeping me out. But no, Jesse's insisting that it's all in your head and your imagination, and you're fucking creepy and crazy. I'm trying to find more of those stupid dolls. Come here. God, I really hate these fucking face. It's so creepy. Now it's talking to me too, and I'm running like a Super Saiyan. Come here. I want to get done with this as fast as possible. Get out of my way, asshole. God, I hate this chapter. This fucking face. You may be thinking, oh, I'm overreacting, it's not that bad. Well, for me, it's freaky, okay? It's fucking freaky. Like, I am so sick of seeing that fucking grin and that fucking smile. Like, everything about it is just evil and horrible, and it makes me sad. It makes me cry. Can I leave? Is there a way for me to leave? Okay, there's another one. There we go. Oh god. Oh god. Wake up already. Please, for the love of God. I'm tired of seeing that stupid face. Finally. Jesus. I fucking hate that chapter. I think that's the worst of them all. That fucking face. God. I wish I was faking this, but I legitimately hate that fucking chapter. I swear to God, I hate that chapter. Because the fucking face is scary as fuck. Ugh. Just the heebie-jeebies. Anyway, story time. Back to the story. This is what you all came for. When you awaken from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears even when lucid. Something was moving. There is no doubt about that. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously awoken me. That was it. bed sheets rustling in the dark, and someone breathing. As if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination, or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then that I noticed my door, shut as it had been as I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps my mom had checked in on me and the cat sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat. But quickly I realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if altered too and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper bat began to toss and turn, violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked, scanning the almost impenetrable darkness. I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted on my mother. I think you meant to say to my mother, but whatever. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house. But as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed suddenly started to shake violently, as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around, as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety, as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into the darkness, so I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. "What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream?" I cried, and my mother consoled me. Tears of fear, followed by relief, streamed down my face. Yet, through all the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return, if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know. But as a child, I felt as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day, wanting to go anywhere, be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was Saturday, and I played outside, quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it was overgrown and we could hide in the bushes. Climbing the huge sycamore tree which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it all was, occasionally my eye would turn to that small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, and innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room, watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be enraged if I so much as spoke of it. Another night came. Chapter 3. Fracturized. Or factorized. Excuse me. Save, sure, so we never have to see that fucking chapter again. I hate chapter 2. It can go fuck itself in every single direction. Anyway. Look at this. It's a big skull. A huge skull! Unfortunately, there's nothing else for us to look other than this. A banner on a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out the details. Well, let's keep going. The door is firmly shut. Okay, I guess we'll just keep going. And keep on going. Alright, dude. I've noticed your eyes. They're flashing. They make me think of that Halloween prop. With the skeleton with the eyes flashing and he laughs every time you stand in front of him. Like you just go in front of him and goes That was a horrible impersonation of that stupid laugh. I'm so sorry, viewer. So how do you feel about that, Skull? How do you feel about being compared to a Halloween prop? Oh, I guess he didn't like that. Oh, he really didn't like that. Oh, this is pleasant. This is, very nice. Some kind of altar, of course. A freaking course, of course. A picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture's in too bad shape to make out any details. And if you go over here, can't go through these, unfortunately. You have to activate them to make them go down. Some kind of machine. Fair enough. And to activate those, I think you have to go up here. Hello! Why, hello, how are you today? So we go up here and there's a switch. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think I go up here first, if I'm remembering correctly. Nope. Yeah, there's those gates all over this place, so it takes me a minute to remember where they're all at. Also, if I recall correctly, there's actually no way for you to die in this game, so... Or at least none I've ever found. Then again, this game's not that long to begin with, but... Again, no penalty to do anything. Excuse you, sir. Mr. Baghead, what are you doing? Are you another pedophile? I mean, we just met one. How are you? I'm doing okay, I guess. It's fine. I swear to God, if you give me candy, then I know something's wrong. Can I go down? No. God, all these freaking pedophiles, come on now. This is a kid-friendly game. What the hell? Alright. Now this is activated. What the hell's that? Creepy mask. Alright, fair point. Huh? Okay. That was a thing. All I have to say to that is, he was one ugly motherfucker. Yeah, don't expect to be the king of the prom anytime soon, buddy. Oh, that activated these. There's a red liquid pouring out. Ooh, is it Kool-Aid? I like Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's yummy. Let's see. I think this area becomes activated. Nope. Just kidding. Just playing with you, viewer. Just playing. Right here becomes activated. Dude! Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, stand there. See if I care, dude. See if I freaking care. There's this blob. We can't interact with it, unfortunately. But it'll scream Bloody Mary at us, so that's all good. Now this should be activated. Alright, I believe that opens up the last closed off area where that pedophile dude was. And good, he ran away. Good. Good. Because he knows this is what I do to all the people who mess with me. See this blood? See this blood everywhere? That's what I do to people who fuck around with me. I fuck them up. Alright, and if we go down here. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, I need to go down here. Go back to the altar. And this dickweed closes the gate on you. You are a sick pedophile. I hope you die in hell 20 million times over. Actually, no. You know what? Gona Guy made something. He made a Subarus, I think. Or a Helldog, whatever the fuck it was. But whatever it is, it ate its victims and then pooped the victims out. And guess what? The victims revived back and he would eat them again and again. I hope that's you, you fucking asshole. But if we go over here, we see more of those blobs. And a creepy ass face. Huh. Ah! I don't want to be sacrificed. I'm not worthy. I swear. Oh, all those creepy noises. Woo! It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightened, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere. A thickening of the air as if something had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twist of the bed sheets below, the first anxious increase in my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word. A word which had been sent into exile, filtered out through my consciousness. Breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching, and carving itself into my mind. Ghost. Really? Ghost? That's the word you go with? Alright, whatever. As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bedsheets lay calm and dormant, but they had been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic, rasping breath heaved and escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid, wheezing, and garbled breath. I shuddered, and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed all but for the perverted breath of my as yet unseen bunkmate. I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then, something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose. Almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its labored breathing had become louder. Not only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears. A fear which mere words cannot relate to you, or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like, sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to an unnerving reality. I began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. I seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, it prodded angrily between the two slates into the mattress. Even through the padding, it felt as though someone had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry, and the wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it, backwards and forward. Once again I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring, as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not say. I dare not say. I simply said one word over and over and over again. Nightmare. Don't remind me of Nightmare. That reminds me of the Summer Nightmare LP I did. Ugh! This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night, I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time, I would scream so as to not provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry, the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend... Excuse me, got a hiccup there. Stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk, seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way, I managed to feign illness a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not, I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right. Alone with that thing. With time, you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I had come to realize that, for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I am sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Oh. With that, we head on to Chapter 4, Anger Overload. Oh dear. Doesn't sound too pleasant at all. Sure, we'll save. Even though, again, there's no reason to, because as far as I can tell, again, you can't die, so... What the fuck? A hook hangs from the wall. A piece of meat hangs to dry from it. Whoa. Earthquake? Yeah, my thoughts exactly, buddy. Painted glass depicts a scene from the Bible. Alright, these, creepy music is, unsettling a little. There's a spider here. Hello, Mrs. Spider. How's it going? What is up with this game lagging all of a sudden? Alright, that was just that room. That room was lagging for some reason. That was a little weird. Various jars with disgusting stuff inside. Yeah, it's like a dude with multiple arms. There's heads. There's earthquakes even. That's just crazy, man. Another one? That looks like a mutated brain. What in the actual fuck is going on here? It's a big pull, but I'd rather not use it. No interaction with the head? I thought you did, but never mind. More cobwebs. What the fuck is that? Well, I can't interact with it. Oh my god! Who the fuck is doing this to poor kitties? Who the fuck is doing this? Okay, fuck it. Fuck the pedophiles. Who is doing this to the kitties? This asshole deserves to die. Way worse than the pedophiles. Way fucking worse than the pedophiles. Fucking assholes. Hurting defenseless animals? Come on now. Oh dear. I seem to be stuck. Oh dear. Oh god, it's closing in. Oh god, we're gonna die. Bye! I was kidding about the dying. Oh, that crunching noise. So nice. Ah! We weren't actually dying. We were being teleported. Can't interact with you. Oh. Alright. You shut up. That's fine. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up as well. And you shut up. Excellent. I like it when babies shut the hell up. It makes me happy. No screaming, no crying, no nothing. Yeah, keep shutting up. All of you. Every last one of you. Oh, this time around they're already silent. Which is to be expected, I guess. Once you train hard enough at it, you become a master at it. And we're just gonna keep on walking. Just keep on walking. So fabulous. I said all babies to shut the fuck up. Why is there a baby crying? Stupid babies. Ugh. Jesus Christ. That one scream the baby sounded like it was being tortured. I think it was, actually. Oh shit. What the fuck are you guys? Oh. Well, this is heartbreaking. Boop, 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 boop. I'm too young to be a father. Come on, guys. My greatest fears were realized in the winter. The days grew short, and the longer nights merely provided this wretch with more opportunities. It was a difficult time for my family. My grandmother, a wonderfully kind and gentle woman, had deteriorated greatly since the death of my grandfather. My mother was trying her best to keep her in the community as long as possible. However, dementia is a cruel and degenerative illness, robbing a person of their memories one day at a time. Soon she recognized none of us, and it became clear that she would need to be moved from her house to a nursing home. Before she could be moved, my grandmother had a particularly difficult few nights, and my mother decided that she would stay with her. As much as I loved my grandmother and felt nothing but anguish at her illness, to this day, I feel guilty that my first thoughts were not of her, but what my nightly visitor may do should it become aware of my mother's absence. Her presence being the one thing which I was sure was protecting me from the full horror of this thing's reach. I rushed home from school that day and immediately wrenched the bedsheets and mattress from the lower bunk. Removing all of the slats and placing an old desk, a chest of drawers, and some chairs which we kept in a cupboard where the bottom bunk used to be. I told my father I was making an office, which he found adorable. But I would be damned if I gave that thing a place to sleep for one more night. As darkness approached, I lay there, knowing my mother was not in the house. I did not know what to do. My only impulse was to sneak into her jewelry box and take a small family crucifix, which I had seen there before. While my family were not very religious, at that age I was still believed in God and hoped that somehow this would protect me. Although fearful and anxious, while gripping the crucifix under my pillow, tightly in one hand. Sleep eventually came, and as I drifted off to dream, I hoped that I would awaken in the morning without incident. Unfortunately, that night was the most terrifying of all. Well, that doesn't sound too good. Chapter 5, Urban Explorer. Sounds like Mom has to leave for a bit, and that's gonna fuck us over so hard. Sure, we'll save. 'Cause why not? I like saving. A bunch of school books. Nothing important. Anything in these desks? 'Cause I like looking at desks. Seriously. Nothing? Alright. I'm gonna imagine that was us playing so masterfully. It says, "Woof!" Alright. Out we go. The feeling that some things invading your privacy, even without ill will, is still disturbing. There's that weird looking ass dude. Alright. Good. You are. Am I really though? I mean, come on. Clock has stopped, alright, fair enough. Even if you don't know why they are here, you hold the greatest amount of fear for them. Yeah, ghosts can be a little annoying if you're unaware by them. Bathtub in the middle of the classroom. Alright, who's taking a bath? Who's doing it? Come on now. Stack of comic books. It's a triceratops. Nice. An old picture of what seems to be a religious man and woman. Alright. Nothing further along here. The sounds of screams are awful. They are even worse when they are your own. Oh, that doesn't sound too much fun. The newspaper article is too aged to read. Let's see. Oh. Locked. There's a face. That was weird. Big filing cabinet. Alright. Looks like there's nothing inside. Well, zippity-doo-dah, that doesn't do anything for me. Various books that look like they would be hard to read. Writing desk with some school material on it. Alright. Alright, is this any worth my time? What the fuck? That was a really weird sound there. There's a piece of paper here. It reads, "Knock knock, motherfucker." Oh, he won't do it again. That was pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that. Just that surprise. Can I get in? There you go. Oh, did I get through here? Alright, never mind. Now can I get through here? No, okay. Fair enough. Alright, let's go where that creepy masked dude was going. There are various school rules printed here. Alright, don't really need to bother with those. The lock on the door is broken. I don't think I can get in here. And these are blocked off to us, so not gonna bother. Let's see. Did I have to do anything in this room? I don't remember. Actually, I don't think so. I think this is a waste of your time. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think that was just anything. Just a weird room with weird creatures in it. Nothing special. Busted old machine of some sort. Alright, fair enough. Alrighty. Ooh. The lights. It's a very dark area. With a lot of noises too. Sounds like one guy's trying to ejaculate, but somebody has the something on his little something to prevent it. Hehe. Yes, I am dirty-minded, I know. And up, 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 and away! More sacrificial stuff? Really, dude? Alright, well, let's get on with it. Not once, but twice we are being sacrificed. That guy's doing the chicken dance. Some of the guys are hopping around. Still hopping around. This is indeed the perfect chicken dance sacrifice. Yeah. Oh, so glorious chickens. Keep on lifting those arms. Keep on lifting them. Keep looking like a chicken. Yeah. He did it. He did it. Everybody clap for that man. Clap for that guy. Well, that didn't sound pleasant. You're awfully quiet nowadays. Is there something wrong, son? Nothing. Are you sure? Is there something wrong with your new room? Are you lonely without your brother, who we haven't seen this whole entire game, so we kind of question whether he's relevant to the story or not? No. Alright then. Greatest persuasive argument ever. I woke gradually. The room was once again dark. As my eyes adjusted, I could gradually make out the window and the door and the walls. Some toys on the shelf, and even to this day I shudder to think of it. From there was no noise. No rustling of sheets, no movement at all. The room felt lifeless. Lifeless, yet not empty. The nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk. It was in my bed. I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. Utter terror had shaken the very sound from my voice. I lay motionless. If I could not scream, I did not want to let it know I was awake. I had not yet seen it. I could only feel it. It was obscured under my blanket. I could see its outline. I could feel its presence, but I dared not look. The weight of it pressed down on top of me, a sensation I will never forget. When I say that hours passed, I do not exaggerate. Laying there motionless, in the darkness, I was every bit a scared, frightened young boy. If it had been during the summer months, it would have been light by then. But the grasp of winter is long and unrelenting, and I knew it would be hours before sunrise. A sunrise which I yearned for. I was a timid child by nature, but I reached a breaking point. A moment where I could wait no more, where I could survive under this intimately deviant abomination no longer. Fear can sometimes wear you out, make you threadbare, a shell of nerves leaving only the slightest trace of you behind. I had to get out of that bed. Then I remembered. The crucifix! My hand still lay underneath the pillow, but it was empty. I slowly moved my wrist around to find it, minimizing as best I could the sound and vibrations caused, but it could not be found. I had either knocked it off the top of the bunk, or it had, I could not even bear to think of it, been taken from my hand. Without the crucifix, I had lost any sense of hope. Even at such a young age, you can be actually aware of what death is, and intensely frightened of it. I knew I was going to die in that bed if I lay there, dormant, passive, doing nothing. I had to leave that room behind, but how? Should I leap from the bed and hope that I make it to the door? What if it is faster than me? I skipped a dialogue. Pardon me. Realizing that I had not stirred when I moved, trying to find the crucifix, I began to have the strangest of thoughts. We did we? Chapter 6. The Abyss. Not gonna lie, but the music during that, bit right there at the, where the monster's finally at the bunk bed part with him, the music's really nice right there. I do like it a lot. And look, we're a little fishy. Oh no, we're not fishy, we're human. God damn it, I keep doing that. Like, I look to the side and I think, oh, we're a little fishy, but then we go up and down and it's clearly not us being a fish. I wanted to be a fish, guys. I just want to be a fish, okay? Let me have my moments. Where do I go? Do I go back up? Or do I go this way? There we go. As you can tell, the game's not that hard to figure out once you kind of play it. It's not too complicated. So we'll keep on swimming! Yeah! Just keep on swimming, just keep on swimming, just keep on swimming, swimming. What do? We like to swim. Wait, Dad? Dad, is that you? Dad, what the hell happened, man? Drain water, remove diving gear? Yes. There we go. It's like, excuse you, let me through. Dad, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Well, we can follow him, or we can go right here. And there's a logbook. Captain Theodore Fielding, September 2nd, 2007. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working on a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Mariana Trench. I've always wondered why I was afraid and reached a simple conclusion. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all of our most common fears. And then there's all this little dialogue hid bits here and there. I'm not going to read all of it. It's long and kind of boring, honestly. Not too interesting, but I'm going to leave this open in case you guys want to read it. You can pause the video and read to your utmost delight. Or ignore it, whichever works. Yeah, that was a lot. I don't care to read for that. It takes too long. Can't reach over there, so... Hey, Dad! Where are you going? You are one ugly fish, sir. You're very ugly. But then again, you live in the dark depths, so that makes more sense. Dad, what are you doing? Wait, we just jumped into water even though we're underwater? What the hell's going on? Dad, where's your diving gear? You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. What the hell is this pit hole? Oh God. Dad couldn't be trusted. I should have known. Damn it. He may be wearing glasses, but he's totally evil! Damn it, Dad. I'm now dead because of you. And here we are once again. What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me? That I was finally in its grasp? Perhaps it was toying with me. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me. Maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment? Like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage I could. I reached ever so slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold. Something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must now have known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately large bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nightly invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wondered to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved! Oh my. Chapter 7. Hostia. Getting close to the end game. I think this is the final chapter, or second to last? I really don't remember. Hello? How's it going? You look like you're missing some arms. Are you okay, buddy? I mean, you're red, but you could be painted red, not bloody red. Alright, your comment's just like, so I'm just gonna leave you. Hope you do good. Be good in your life, buddy. Do good. Be cool. What the fuck is this? Fortunately, we have to go inside it. Are we inside a body? The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Yeah, that's actually kind of true. If you think about it anyway. Whoa, that looks cool. Not really spooky, but that does look cool. What are these, like, alien glasses or what? Alright, can't seem to do anything there, so I will leave it alone. Uh-oh. Alright. Let me talk to this one first. He explains the situation. At a crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads, if you will, but if you'll not choose, I'll move on without you. And having once chosen, never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. And here we are at the crossroads. If I recall correctly, it doesn't matter which way you choose, the outcome is the same. 'Cause like so. Creepy ass faces, dudes. From chapter 2, my oh yeah, my favorite fucking chapter. God, I hate that chapter. Oh. Nice tunes. Oh, Jesus Christ, that did startle me. Yeah, there's little nice little pieces this game can startle you with. Ah, didn't give me that time, did you, buddy? do I have to sit and wait for this? I really can't remember this final chapter very well. Okay, yeah. It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cold wall which the bed lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest. I realized that this clutching, rancid thing which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Time out for a second. This thing that kept violating a young boy's bed. That's, interesting use of words right there, programmers of this game. Very interesting. Anyway. This creature was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Ooh. Suddenly its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blankets. I now realized where it was taking me. Into the wall. I fought for my dear life. I cried and suddenly my voice returned to me. Yelling, screaming, but no one came. Then I realized why it was so eager to suddenly strike. Why this thing had to have me now. Through my window, that window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside, streaked hope, the first rays of sunshine. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would soon be gone. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself up my chest. Its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, rasping. I do not remember its features. I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and as cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contempt, was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. Oh dear. I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. A wonderful sight indeed. I had survived the most horrible experience of my life until then, and now. I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I had believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that I would try to take mine, and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold, frostbitten night, I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from deep within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year, I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. And that has been It Moves. A nice little game. It did creep me out a lot more when I first played it. Like, I kind of had to keep looking at the back, like over my shoulder, just to make sure there wasn't like somebody standing there and doing something they shouldn't be doing. 8 Million Ways to Die. Nice. But yeah, this game does advertise, based on the story Bedtime by Michael Wilehouse. Cool. But anyway, this game was advertised as more atmospheric and giving you the heebie-jeebies a little bit than the actual shitty jump scares. Which I don't mind, because I actually don't care for jump scares because they're shit, and it's just usually a horrible way to tell a story. The end, indeed. So I appreciate the fact that they tried to go with more atmospheric, which I feel like they did accomplish very well. The music was really creepy, the noises that they made were especially creepy. I do have a few complaints about it though, unfortunately. Let's see. For starters, the story itself was like okay. Like all he was is just being terrorized by a thing, and it didn't really branch off into anywhere else or anyone. Like, for example, his mother kept going to his room to wake him up every time he screamed, because, you know, she's a mother, but it didn't really say anything like she was getting tired or she seemed exhausted or she was getting annoyed with it. She just seemed to like, oh, okay, my son is crying every single night from something, so it's all clearly, it's all good, clearly, it's all good. I don't like that there's a brother in here. The brother seemed pointless. Like, you could have told the story without him, honestly. It was pretty pointless. The dad was okay, I guess. He was just kind of there. But I don't feel like he was, like, uselessly there. At least I don't feel like. So, yeah, a little more in-depth with the characters around the main protagonist. That would have been nice. Let's see. Oh, puzzles. When I first played this game, the puzzles were so freaking easy. Like, I think you need to have the IQ of a 2-year-old to figure out what those puzzles were. They were so easy. So easy and not that difficult at all. Also, I feel like it kind of sucked that you can't die. Like, there's a saving mechanic, but what's the point of it if you can't die? I mean, maybe there is a way for you to die, but I've never seen it. I really haven't. Because, again, the story just takes you so linear, there's really no different branching paths to take. Like, it just dumps you in one area. Okay, figure out that one area. Cool, you finished it? Okay, wake the fuck up. So, really, it was a very simple puzzle game. Not really somewhat challenging. It was just easy, something like babies could do. And last but not least, every time he had a dream about the areas, I feel like none of them were really cohesive with the story. The best way to describe what I'm talking about is Silent Hill 2, where James Sutherland, he goes through certain areas, but they're like specific towards the story. Like, he goes to the hospital, his wife was in the hospital a lot. They go to the hotel which they stayed at in Silent Hill. And, you know, just the areas that he went to made more sense because he was exploring about the past and he was taking us along with it. So it really made sense and it all worked together. But this, I felt like the areas, although they were creepy, I felt they really didn't make a lot of sense. Like, there's like 2 areas of sacrifice, there was a school, there were babies, there was just nothing making sense. It was just, let's just build an area because I think it looks cool kind of thing. Which is really sad. Like, I really think if we worked a little bit harder on that and made it more cohesive, then it definitely would have been better. But that's just kind of my thoughts on the game in general. If the programmer ever sees this, which I highly doubt, which is to no one's surprise. But yeah, that's kind of the tips I would leave for It Moves. Not too bad. I would like to see this like expanded more and done a little bit better in some areas. Because I think this could be a cool game. Like, it really does have the creepy factor down, and atmospheric tends to linger with me much better than jump scares. Jump scares just piss me off. But anyway, this has been Let's Play It Moves! I am Tara the Fox. You are the viewer. And I hope to see you in more Let's Plays. Until then, I'll see ya.